Welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for tonight's guest is this incredible actress known by the name of Shirley. She's in this incredible new web series called When It Rains, and she plays the role of Lottie in When It Rains. So I'm about to give Meg an invite into the live now and have a chat with Meg. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks for joining, by the way. So what I'm going to get you to do, Meg, I'm going to get you to introduce yourself to people that don't know who you are, and explain a bit about what you do and stuff, and then I'll dive right into the questions.
Fab. Okay. Sweet. Shall I introduce myself now?
Yeah, if you can.
So my name is Megan Shirley, and from the UK, from the West Midlands in the UK, and I'm probably best known for, well, in the Doctor Who community from a fan series called DW 2012. But I also do other acting stuff, which is, going all right at the moment. In a web series called When It Rains, and yeah, that's pretty much me.
Awesome. So we'll dive right into the questions now, Meg. So for my very first question, as you mentioned about When It Rains, you actually play this incredible new role as Lottie, the girlfriend of Zeb. What's the experience like getting to play this new role and exploring the role of Lottie?
I was really passionate about, like, Alan asked me to be in it because I auditioned for a series that he's part of. And instead of being cast in that, they asked me to do this series, which I was actually really, really glad about at the end because it turned out to be like so much fun. But like when he sent me the scripts, I was kind of really, really passionate about it because like it's just hilarious. And I've always wanted to do comedy, and it like the scripts are really, yeah, honestly, it was so good, like really, really good. And like Lottie's character is just someone who is entirely different from myself. I had someone ask me, they went, what similarities is there between you and Lottie? And I was like, absolutely nothing whatsoever. Like, apart from the fact that we look the same, that's literally it. But I think that's why I liked it so much. It was just nice to kind of explore, like, more like comedy and like do different roles to what I'm kind of used to, and kind of, yeah, honestly, it was so much fun to play. It really was.
Awesome. So for my very next question, what can people expect to see from the relationship be between Zeb and Lottie? If you can give any like details about what can people expect.
Um, it's interesting. Lottie's very she's quite childlike. I sort of see her as like very sort of innocent and kind of like she's like in the first episode she was saying how um she doesn't agree in like, sex before marriage type thing, and she won't like any sort of intimacy in like a relationship or anything like that. And she kind of sticks to it, but she's in a very extreme way. And the fact of what Zeb's character is like, it plays like it's quite like interesting. There's a episode called Virginity, which is Virginity. The name might be changing of it, but it's like that is probably my favorite episode. Because it's just hilarious. Some of the stuff that happens in it is just like great. But their relationship is very like Zeb is trying to change himself in order to suit her, and she's very not very open in herself, but it makes a very funny unconventional type relationship because of that. And it's really, yeah, it's great. Like, I want to say more but I can't, so
Awesome. So for my next question, what's it like actually getting to work with Alan in When It Rains?
yeah, he's a really, really nice guy. He's super, like, he knows his stuff. Like, he's such a good writer as well, like, and he's quite passionate about his writing and his roles and everything that he does. He's really like passionate about kind of his work, and it kind of does come across in it because like he understands kind of what he wants out of it. And he's a really, really nice guy. Like we're sort of very like similar in the way that like how we kind of work. It really, really kind of works. He's really funny. Like he has loads of ideas and like banter and like whatever. But like, yeah, it was not. Yeah, it was just a really good experience, to be honest. He's a really talented guy. So
Awesome. So for my next question, what to people that haven't seen When It Rains, why do you think people should watch When It Rains?
mainly, you know what? Like, it's a comedy series, but it does highlight some very kind of important topics like mental health and type like things kind of the the idea of kind of staying true to yourself and not change because of someone else, or like because it's a comedy series, it has like underlying kind of themes and kind of reasons to it, and that it really comes across. It's not like in your face as well because it's a comedy series. It kind of like really flows, and it kind of these characters, they're like normal but kind of exaggerated, but it works in this because it is quite relatable as well. But people should watch it because of that, and also because it's just a pretty funny series, to be honest. And you like, I'm quite excited. Like I keep saying to people, the episodes get better. Like as we go in, the episodes just get more funnier and funnier, and like I'm really excited to kind of release them. So
Awesome. So for my next question, as you mentioned also that you are in this incredible Doctor Who fan series and you get to play the role of a companion,
yeah.
Megan, what's the experience like getting to play the role of a companion in this like Doctor Who fan series?
It is really fun, like really, really fun. I've been part of it since 2015, and each year we kind of, yeah, it's been quite a learning curve for me because I did sort of acting in school and stuff, but that was kind of the first type thing I've always like had been interested in it, but it's kind of the first thing I've kind of done. And like the more we do it, we kind of progress as well because I'm part of the writing process and I know how everything goes on behind the scenes and everything because of like being with Luke and stuff like that. Like it's we can kind of write stuff to kind of experiment, and the fact that we're now looking back at stuff even a year ago and going, oh, that's like rubbish, I kind of want to redo it, or like stuff like that. But and the fact that we kind of work with friends, and you know we're lucky to have a channel kind of that successful really, and that many people kind of watching is really like it's rewarding. The fact that you know you get people who say they admire it or they look up to it, or you know people who just enjoy it, and it's really, really nice because it's like it's a passion for us to kind of do it as well. And it's, you know, we do it with friends, and like filming is always just really fun, and we just get excited about, you know, it's hard work, but we get excited about when we can actually release stuff, which hopefully we can do whenever we can properly
Fingers
film.
crossed.
The world happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has COVID changed in the way of filming for any series that you have been in?
I mean, we couldn't film for a long time because we're sort of more amateur in a way. So a lot of it is done like in areas that we live in, or like sort of this house or stuff like that. And because of rules and stuff, it's quite hard to kind of, you know, and people in it kind of have to travel to come down and film and stuff. So it's been a pain, and like yeah, we have filmed quite a bit. When we got back into it, we have got quite a bit done, but at the moment we've had to stop because of rules and stuff like that. It is annoying, but you kind of we're so behind, and the longer we leave it, the more behind we are. But like we can't. There's nothing you can do, so we can't like stress about it and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm just sort of making sure that everyone's kind of comfortable doing it. Like we had a couple cast members who like say, hey, I'm not very comfortable kind of doing this, so we're gonna have to wait to do shoots like next year or something. But I just sort of prioritize what we can do and what we've got left, and like making sure everyone's sort of safe. So yeah.
So for my next question, if your companion Megan could team up with any doctor from the Doctor Who universe, what doctor would Megan want to team up with and why?
Like actual Doctor Who.
Actual Doctor Who, yeah.
You know what? I was thinking about this, but I don't. Like I myself, I really like Paul McGann's Doctor, like as myself. So I would probably say her. And Meg's quite like, we are sort of similar-ish, I suppose. More similar than Lottie, that's for sure. But like, we, I'd say him. I don't know if they'd suit, but that would be really fun. I don't really know why, but like, I quite like Paul McGann's Doctor. I don't know why they'd suit, but I would kind of see that. Or maybe, series 5 of like the series like DW2012 gives me like vibes of John Pertwee, mainly because the TARDIS is kind of broke and stuff like that, and the storyline's kind of like Earth-based type stuff that we're doing. So maybe that, because that series 5 gives me that vibes, and so maybe John Pertwee, maybe as well. Yeah.
Awesome. So for my next question, what has been your memorable moment about playing the role of Megan?
A lot of stuff, really. To be honest, every new episode we do, I'm always excited about. Like, whenever we get like, because we've been working on series 5 for so long, like the moment we get new scripts in, it's like, oh my god, it's something new. Like, even though you guys haven't seen like a lot of it, it's like really old for us because we filmed it so long ago, or we know the scripts for ages, or we've reshot like episode 2, we've reshot scenes about like 4 different times. But episode 2 has kind of been like, it's a nightmare episode. You always get one. It's a nightmare episode because of reasons, and yeah. But like it, like we just get really excited about like new scripts and stuff. So maybe like my favorite episode always changes regarding of what we're kind of filming. Like my most memorable moment will probably be the regeneration we shot in For the Doctor, like always, probably because that was a pretty heavy day. Like it's quite memorable, and the scene came out like honestly, it was just, oh, it was crazy. Like I was like, this is a fan series, I don't think I would get like, you know, emotional or whatever, but no, it was totally real. I don't know why. Like it was, I think it's because like it's such a big part of our lives. Like we literally talk about it all the time. It's the majority of our time like talking or planning or filming for it and stuff. So like that's probably why. But that would probably be my most memorable moment. Yeah.
Awesome. So for my next question, you were actually a part of the Doctor Who Velocity cameo with the Tron episode. What was that experience like doing the cameo?
It was just shot on green screen, really. The bits where it was well, I shot the bits in the bedroom, but like I shot quite a lot of stuff on green screen, like reactions and stuff. Yeah, like Chris, who runs Velocity, we know them quite well. We got on with them really well. They're such like great people, and like yeah, Velocity is like really, really good. Like the episodes and the quality and stuff like that. You know, I had like loads, like lot of conversations with Chris. He actually helped us out, helped Luke out with when the 50th episode kind of messed up in the edit and stuff, and then it was late coming out, and Chris was like there in his computer at like whatever time it was because he's over in America, and like trying to fix it and help it for us. He's a really good guy, and like he asked us to be in it. I just instantly said yeah. I didn't even read like what it was. I was just like, yeah, okay, that sounds fun. But no, it was good. He just sent what I had to do over, and we just sort of yeah, shot my bits here in this like room, and then there was the bits on green screen. I held like this sort of, I think it was because like the scenes was on like this bike, right? So like I was like, I need to just hold something to pretend I'm actually like on a bike, otherwise it just feels weird just sort of doing this. So I held like you know the weights you can buy, like hand weights.
Yeah.
Sort of, I took the weights off it, and then I just sort of held this thing. And I was like, yeah, that'll do. It looks like a bike handle. That'll do. So like, I think they uploaded one on Instagram, like a behind the scenes thing, where you can see it in it. But obviously, you don't see the episode. It's mainly for me to sort of react off, maybe. So, but yeah, no, it was fun. It was nice to sort of be part of that because like they're great people and their episodes are good. So it's nice to sort of cross over. Yeah.
Bit of a, like a multiverse kind of stuff.
Multiverse, yeah, that's it. We I tell you what, there was an issue with, because there's someone called Connor who does like Connor Chadwick. He sort of does sort of audios and stuff as well in our sort of universe, and he has this massive timeline of how where everything goes. Even like Luke's even wrote stuff, bit things are in the series. We have no clue where it goes, and Connor's like, it goes here. We're like, okay. And then so basically when I said yes to this, Connor was like having a meltdown, and he was like, where does this go in the story? How we have no idea. So I had to say to them, I need to add in a line about saying dimension, can't remember what it was, 7 dimension something, whatever it was in the episode in Velocity. I'm like, dimension 7, is that the multiverse? I think that's what I say, or something like that, to make it make sense. Otherwise it just would have been like, what, how does this work? Take things very seriously. So yeah.
Awesome. So for my next question, you were actually in the detective, and you actually played the role of Tilly Jackson. What was that experience like for you?
That was my first audio I've kind of done, which I'd never really attempted audio before because I didn't really know a lot about it. But like, I actually really enjoyed doing it. I think I had issues with like recording it and stuff because I never really had like a proper professional mic, but now I do, which I've bought and everything, because I like really like audio stuff. I've done quite a bit, like a few stuff now. So yeah, it's a really good like audio series, and like it was nice to be part of, just sort of getting my reins in audio and sort of just experimenting really. But I actually sort of really learned to kind of enjoy it and wanted to do more. Because I did 2 episodes for them. Yeah, I did 2 as Tilly Jackson, and my lines were basically just like, Leo, help, Leo, like just like 2 lines or whatever, and I'm like, Leo, because like my character's just sort of like trapped in this place. But no, it was great. It was nice to sort of see it come together and like something different as well. So it's not just screen, it's like audio, so it's fun. Yeah.
Awesome. So for my next question, you were actually in this other series called Overlooked, and you actually played the role of Shirley. What was that experience like?
That was Overlooked is a short film that we shot in Ireland. Actually, we filmed like for the series, we were going over to Ireland to film, and then Dan was shooting for this, like planning this short film at that time. He's like, yeah, well, you're over here, do you want to sort of have a part in this? And I was like, yeah, sure. And that was that my first short film I did? I think it was my second short film I did, I think. One of the first as well, and that was kind of playing a different character. It was a very short scene. That's kind of the first time I kind of played a different character kind of properly. But yeah, I mean, that's like a good experience. That sort of like, it was very last minute sort of doing it, but like it was kind of nice just sort of playing someone else, even though my character had the same name as my surname. I was like, Dan, come on. I was like, so you got Megan in the series and then you got Shirley. I was like, yeah. I'm like, this is a rule. I can't play characters that like don't have the same name as me, apart from Lottie. That's different.
Awesome. So for my next question, who actually inspired you as a person to get into acting in the first place?
I have to admit, like, I've been a fan of like Doctor Who ever since I was a kid. And that is kind of what has kind of got me into acting really. It was mainly sort of around the time of like when Series 5 came out in 2010, which was like 10 years ago now. Geez, so I would have been like 13, about 12, 13, and like my favorite actress of all time is Karen Gillan, and like I followed her stuff, like everything that she's been in and stuff like that. I think she's great, and it's that really that kind of made me want to properly get into acting, just sort of like admiring people like that really. And it's just something that's never really gone. It was something like an interest that I want to do, but I never really had the confidence, sort of knew how to start with it. It's mainly just sort of, oh, that would be cool, you know, I'd like to do stuff like that. Or I'd have like goals, like when I was like younger, I was like, my goal in life is just to be an extra in something and just sit in the back and drink coffee. And now like 10 years on, I've done that, but like a lot more, which is like great. So like it's nice to know that I've kind of achieved something that I've always wanted to do, but now I'm here, I'm like, I want to go further, I want to do more. But yeah, that's basically my inspiration really, and just sort of meeting new people and sort of learning off them and sort of actually sort of getting confidence and sort of growing up really has kind of gave me a bit more confidence to get into stuff. So
Awesome. So on to my next question. What have you learned about yourself during COVID this year?
I learned that I can eat a lot healthier than what I used to. I yeah, this year like has been a bit like I've just been at home a lot because I've been on like furlough from work, and like we had to stop filming for a while. It's mainly like sort of keeping myself busy, but I've actually done quite a lot of stuff this year, like sort of self achievement type things. I've done like a load of like acting courses and stuff like that. I've done like something called the World Monologue Games, which is this like competition which I've actually got through to the finals. In which the finals are happening on Saturday. No, Sunday. Sunday, I think. Which which kind of is against the world, and that would be like an achievement for me. In fact, I'm one of 13 in the UK to make it through to the final out of like 3,000 of people that applied to do this, like, and it's sort of actually having confidence to go, you know what, I'm gonna try and film this, or like kind of do it and just sort of experiment. I think the fact when you're at home, you have like you're not sort of meeting people and you're getting scared of judgment, or if like you're very good, because you're at home, you just sort of do it, send it off, and like, do you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
helps have quite a lot of confidence, I suppose, really. And as well as that, like, I train as well. I've got a personal trainer because I used to go to the gym and they all shut, and I was just like, I want to actually sort of achieve stuff, and I've actually achieved quite a lot in the past few months regarding it as well. It's kind of given me a bit of a focus, really. So like a lot of little achievements, I'd say. Yeah.
awesome. So for my next question, what TV or movie franchises would you want to be in and why?
One thing I love like docudramas and stuff like that. Like I'm obsessed with watching like documentaries and like docudramas and stuff like that. So I'd like to be no idea what it would be about or who it would be based on, but something like that. Or like you've got like these proper BBC or like ITV original drama things you've got, which I absolutely love, like Broadchurch or stuff like that. I'd like to be in something like that. Or I suppose I could say Doctor Who. That would be fun, mainly because of the fan series and actually sort of being involved in an episode would be just like really good. But in terms of movies, I don't. Also, I really love the series Black Mirror on Netflix. Like I love Black Mirror. I like those type of stuff, like alternate kind of um realities, I suppose, or kind of like dystopian type stuff. That would be really fun. Um, One of my favorite film is called The Impossible, which is like this sort of survival type film, and kind of like a film like that, sort of on a massive sort of scale, would also be really fun. I haven't got anything specific, but like quite a lot of kind of types of stuff I'd like to be in. Plus now I'm doing comedy. I'm like, maybe comedy would be kind of cool. I basically just want to do anything. I don't know.
Awesome. So for my next question, what are the positives and negatives into the acting industry, and how do you get through those negatives as a person?
There's positives, experimenting, I suppose. It's sort of it's kind of rewarding, the fact if you kind of do something and then you kind of watch it and it's like sort of you can learn from it and it's experience and kind of meeting new people and actually be able to achieve stuff that you've always wanted to achieve. Negatives is it's not reliable, it's not kind of stable, I suppose. You get people not thinking it's like a real job, or like people are always like, oh, what's your backup plan, what are you doing this, like sort of see it as a hobby or not like an actual thing, because it's not like stable, not guaranteed kind of work, and sort of if you're not sort of getting support with it, it can be quite difficult to kind of keep motivated. But you have to sort of realize kind of why you're doing it, and you'd rather be in a job where you're kind of happy, or like you know, something that you enjoy rather than just doing a job for your life that you hate, then you regret not trying things. You know, as long as you're sort of, you know, you're not stupid with it, or you're just sort of keeping yourself stable and you kind of, you know, are a bit determined to kind of work hard, then it's worth it, in my opinion. You know, and you've got to realize that, like, you get like rejection, or like you get stuff which you don't think is very good, or like you get like criticism and stuff like that, but you've got to sort of see it as like a learning curve rather than sort of being pushed back by it, which is kind of the mindset I've been like kind of in for the past couple of years, which means I've kind of actually sort of got better with myself rather than just sort of worrying about what people think and stuff. I'm just like, screw it, you know.
Awesome. So for my last question, so what new projects are you wanting to currently work on, or are there any current projects that you are working on?
I've got a audio project which I'm involved in currently. It doesn't have a title or name as of yet, so I can't really say much about that. But I'm mainly, at the moment we're just kind of waiting until we can film again. Our goal is to get episode 2 out. Well, kind of like start the series and stuff like that. I'm always sort of looking for opportunities. I've got you know, a shoot coming up to kind of update my kind of show reel. I'm filming like a monologue scene with him as well, and some like new headshots and stuff, which I was kind of like this whole like package which I managed to sort of like cast in, which is great. So like that'll be a massive help, and like mainly just trying to seek opportunities. Things are kind of slowed down a little bit. Now we've finished When It Rains. That was kind of mad. Few weekends shooting, and then with the series it's kind of all slowed down. We're sort of trying to plan what we can do at the moment. So yeah, it's a waiting game, but at the moment I'm just promoting this monologue games thing for this final, and also When It Rains, because that's out every Saturday. So on YouTube, When It Rains there, guys, if anyone's watching, go watch it. It's great.
So can I just awesome. Can I just say thank you so much, Meg, for taking the time to come onto my show. It means so much. Everyone definitely go support Meg. She's truly one incredible actress, and you've got a huge future ahead of yourself. Any last final thoughts or anything that you would like to say?
Go watch When It Rains, because it's great.
It all started in the graveyard.
He fancies you.
I'm Lottie, by the way.
Zeb. We swapped numbers after that. It was good, yeah?
I really like you. It's just, I promise God I won't give any affection to anyone until I'm married. Will you marry me one day?
Yeah, why not?
I'm so glad you don't watch porn, Zeb.
Google Incognito came in clutch on this one.
So when do I get to meet my one day mother-in-law?
Is this your little girlfriend, darling? You never mentioned she was so skinny.
You don't want mummy's sandwiches? She's worked really hard on them.
Why is it always me?
Don't watch that! Alright, mate.
Shit.
Let's get down to business.
This is your best idea yet!
This is our best idea, mate. We're in this together. We're going on Isaac Newton on this shit. Shake the ideas out.
This is Vinny. He's my best friend.
I've had dibs on Lottie since we were in primary school.
Then it's time to party.
Let's just do this again, with a bit of feeling this time. Remember, horrible bloody murder.